Hello and welcome everyone. So now we are going to start unit 3 and this is titled as Introduction to Earthquake Engineering. So you will ask me, why is still Introduction to Earthquake Engineering? See, this earthquake engineering is very vast field of knowledge. In IIT Roorkee there is 3 departments. One is the civil engineering department, another is the architectural department, and third one is the earthquake engineering department. So just like a civil engineering, today we are studying Introduction to Earthquake Engineering. Similarly, earthquake engineers do study Introduction to Civil Engineering. Okay. So as an introduction here, this is the study of geophysical process. Earthquake is a geophysical process and the various effects of earthquake that is going to come on the structure that we will be going to consider here. So this study or the science of related with earthquake is called as seismology. Okay, seismology, and this is the study of basically 3 things. What are those? First one is the generation of seismic waves. After generation, the seismic waves will propagate, and after propagating, we have to measure the measurement of the magnitude or the intensity of seismic waves. So the seismology is the study of generation, okay, propagation and measurement of seismic waves through the earth and the sources that generate them. All right, and the seismology is originated from Greek words. Okay, seismos means earthquake and logos means science. Okay. So let us look at the internal structure of earth once again, which you must have studied in very deeply in geology. So as we know that the layer of earth is being categorized into 3 major categories. First one is the crust. It's very thin layer, 5 to 70 kilometer only. Second one is the mantle, and third one is the core at the center. So you try to see the shape of the earth is not exactly sphere. The earth's shape is like oblate spheroid. Oblate spheroid means what? The equatorial diameter. This is the equatorial diameter. It is more than the polar diameter. If diameter at the pole is d, polar diameter is d, then equatorial diameter is almost d plus 40 kilometer. Hey, okay? And here the magnitude of d is also given. D is equal to what? 12,700 kilometer. Okay? So this higher diameter along the earthquake equator, this is higher, so that will also increase the centrifugal forces. Okay? Centrifugal force is what? F naught, and this is equal to m omega square r. See, why I am talking of this centrifugal force? Because this force affects the movement of magmas, okay, towards the center, like that. Due to and why this centrifugal force is acting on the mass? Because of the rotation of the earth. Okay, so F naught is equal to m omega square r. So we can say F naught is directly proportional to radius. Okay, okay, and omega is constant. Omega is constant. Angular velocity of earth, m is constant. Only r is changing. Okay, so that's why the entire thing got changed. Specific gravity of material also get changed. The value of acceleration due to gravity also changed at the equator and at the poles. You can understand the entire characteristic got changed. So similar is with the earthquake forces also from beneath. The forces that drives the movement of molten magma. Molten magma wants to come outside. And which type of molten magma wants to come outside and get cooled? Those which are less dense. Okay. So the specific gravity of material that constitute the surface of earth is only about 2.8. Okay, and the average specific gravity of earth is about 5.5. Okay, so that means अर्थ की जो स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी है 5.5 which is more than the specific gravity of material that constitute just the surface of earth, which is 2.8. यानी 2.8 है क्रस्ट की एक तरीके से देख रहे हैं और 5.5 है टोटल अर्थ की. दैट मीन्स देयर आर प्रेजेंस ऑफ वेरी हेवी मटेरियल्स towards the interior of earth. Okay, and what are that interior of earth? As I have said, in major category they are core and mantle, and the dimension of this crust is given here. Mantle is further categorized into two part, outer mantle and inner mantle, and this is the radius given here, 2900 kilometer and 2200 kilometer. So this is major portion, mantle is the major portion, core is given here 1370 kilometer in radius. So there are presence of very heavy material towards the interior of the earth, but there are also some material which are less dense and they wants to come out and form a surface of the earth after getting cooled. Okay, so try to understand this cross section of interior of earth, and it has one thing is that we have studied is the oblate spheroid. Okay, and how does it influence different characteristics, and second one that we have studied here, that crust is like a solid lithosphere portion. Okay, crust is also called as lithosphere. Try to remember this, lithosphere. And there are different layers in the mantle, and the topmost layer which is in the touch with lithosphere is asthenosphere. Okay, just like there are different atmospheric layers, similarly there are different layers of the earth also. So crust is called lithosphere, and the layer of mantle which is in touch with lithosphere is asthenosphere. So basically crust is floating on asthenosphere. So crust is floating here in the form of what? Plates. Okay, and what are these plates we will discuss, and all these plates have different kinds of boundaries. Okay, different kinds of boundaries depending on the types of movement. Okay, so let's discuss something on the movement of plate boundaries, and I hope by now you must have understood what are plates. Plates are not just the continents which we are seeing. See, continents are just the external manifestation of that lithospheric crust. Okay, continents which we are seeing as the boundary, North America, South America, but exactly the plate boundaries, it's set by drawing the boundaries along the lithosphere, considering the lithosphere beneath the ocean also. Okay, now you just see this picture, you just focus here. Okay, and here we are going to see something very interesting. See, there are two plates, one is this lithospheric plate. Okay, second one, and the first one lithospheric plate is shown here. So there are two lithospheric plates, and this is the continental boundary. You see this? This is the continental boundary. So this is continental boundary, but they are not plate boundaries. Plate boundary is the boundary between the plates, and those plates can go inside, even inside the ocean, and this is exact plate boundary beneath the ocean. And boundary is also known as here ridge. Okay, so based on difference in movement, okay, how does this plate boundaries are classified? Now we have understood what is plate boundaries. Plate boundaries are the boundaries between different lithospheric plates, not the continents. Okay, so you are seeing here continental crust and oceanic crust. So of course a crust plate will have two portion. One, it will be having continental crust, okay, which we are seeing with our eyes, But that which we are not seeing, that is beneath the ocean, that is oceanic crust. Try to remember these things. Okay, so that boundaries between two lithospheric plates can be beneath the ocean or can be visible between two continents also. Okay, it's not necessary, it can be that between two countries there can be a boundary, plate boundary. Okay, although we may not be able to see, but it's there. Okay, so this is very clear to us what is plate boundaries. Now we are again and again moving in one direction, movement. That's why movement of plate boundaries, why we are studying this, because this is the only reason, movement of plate boundaries, owing to the nature of floating. Which one is floating? Crust is floating over the asthenosphere. So this movement of plates leads to the development of earthquake, seismic waves. So this based on the difference in movement. Now movement can be of different types. Movement can be away from each other, towards each other, or just sliding or just colliding, like that. Okay, so based on the difference in movement of plates between the plates that are in motion, there are three types of plate boundaries that are found to exist. Now let me show you all those three types of plate boundaries. The first one you can understand is the divergent boundaries. Second one is the convergent boundaries, and the third one is transform boundaries. Okay, so let's go through each of them. And as I said, first one is the divergent boundaries. And divergent boundaries means what? Are those plate boundaries, those boundaries along which the plates are moving apart from each other. Apart from each other means plates are moving away from each other. Okay, so here in this figure which you are seeing here, there is boundary being shown here. Okay, this is the boundary and the movement is being shown here. These lithospheric plates are moving apart from each other. Now why this movement is apart from each other? Because there is presence of less dense molten rock from the mantle, which wants to rise upwards and become part of the crust after cooling. As I said you, the less dense molten rock will always try to come outside, upward, and become part of the crust, because the less dense things cannot reside inside. अगर आप पानी की एक ग्लास लेते हैं तो जो भारी वस्तुएं होती हैं वो नीचे आ जाती है, ठीक है, और जो छोटी छोटी वस्तुएं होती है वो ऊपर चली जाती हैं, ठीक है. सो द लेस डेंस मोल्टन rock also follow the same pattern. They want to come outside, rise upwards and become part of the crust after cooling. So this is the magma, okay, and magma wants to come outside from asthenosphere through the boundaries of these two lithospheric plates. Okay, you understand, through this ridge. And ridge is a word which you must have seen in the valleys or mountains also. Spreading ridges means ये फैल रहे हैं, expansion हो रहा है यहाँ पे plates का. An example इसका कहाँ पे है? Pacific Ocean ridges and the Pacific, एक बार देख लेते हैं, Pacific Ocean ridges and the Mid-Atlantic ridges. Now let us go to different types of boundary. Second type is convergent boundary. Convergent boundary means two plates are moving towards each other. Okay. Here what is happening? Two plates are trying to move towards each other and they are classified into further two categories. One is the subduction boundary, means one plate is going beneath another plate. Okay, so here one plate could slip below the other one or both could collide with each other. दो कंडीशन हो सकती कन्वर्जेंट बाउंड्री में, जब एक प्लेट आ रही है इधर से और दूसरी प्लेट भी इधर से आ रही है, तो देयर आर टू कंडीशंस. वन इज द वन विल स्लिप बिलो द अदर वन, स्लिपिंग हो सकती है. ओके, एंड अदर कंडीशन इज कॉलिजन. ठीक है, तो दोनों में से डिपेंड करता है विच टाइप ऑफ मूवमेंट अकर्स दैट डिफाइंस दैट टाइप ऑफ बाउंड्री. So when we are studying subduction boundaries, means these boundaries are created. ये boundaries कब बनते हैं? When either, see as I have said you that there are two types of crust. One is the oceanic crust and other is the continental crust. ठीक है? So these boundaries, subduction boundaries, as the name suggests here, these boundaries are created when either oceanic lithosphere subducts beneath the oceanic lithosphere. So this is called ocean-ocean convergence. Or when oceanic lithosphere subducts beneath continental lithosphere. So this is ocean-continent convergence. Okay. So here the junction between two plates meet, a trench is formed. Okay, at the junction of two plates a trench is formed, and the famous oceanic trench that you all know is the Mariana Trench. Okay, ठीक है. ट्रेंच एंड रिजेज को समझिए. रिजेज होता है डाइवर्जेंट बाउंड्री में, ठीक है, एंड ट्रेंच होता है कन्वर्जेंट बाउंड्री में. ठीक है. So there are two conditions here, ocean convergence and ocean continent convergence. अब कोई एक स्टूडेंट कह सकता है सर कॉन्टिनेंट कन्वर्जेंस नहीं हो सकता क्या? नहीं हो सकता. क्या होता है उसमें? उसमें कॉलिजन होता है. ठीक है, कॉलिजन बाउंड्री किस में होता है? कॉन्टिनेंटल. ठीक है, इसे हम बाद में देखते हैं. पहले हम देखते हैं अभी सबडक्शन बाउंड्रीज. ठीक है, सबडक्शन बाउंड्री में जैसा हमने देखा कि देयर इज टू कंडीशन. वन इज द ओशियन कन्वर्जेंस एंड ओशियन कॉन्टिनेंट कन्वर्जेंस. लेट्स सी फ्रॉम द फिगर इटसेल्फ. सी देयर इज टू प्लेट्स shown here. One is this. Okay, this is oceanic crust. Another one is this oceanic crust. ठीक है, क्या हो रहा है? Both are moving towards each other, isn't it? The arrow sign is showing they are moving towards each other, and one oceanic crust will slip below another one. Okay, so this is called ocean convergence. ठीक है. Whereas in another figure you are seeing here ocean continent convergence. कौन सा नीचे जाना पसंद करेगा? कॉन्टिनेंट नीचे जाएगा क्या? नहीं जाएगा, वो तो ऊपर ही है हमेशा. सो इन दोज केसेस मोस्टली ओशियानिक क्रस्ट विल सबडक्ट बीनीथ द कॉन्टिनेंटल क्रस्ट. सो इसे कहेंगे ओशियन कॉन्टिनेंट कन्वर्जेंस. तो जो जहाँ पे कन्वर्जेंस होता है उस जगह पे ट्रेंच बनता है. तो यहाँ पे बनेगा ओशियानिक ट्रेंच और यहाँ पे बनेगा इस केस में ओशियानिक ट्रेंच. ठीक है. So this is the creation of subduction boundaries, and you can see the layers here. Layer is continental crust, on the lithosphere. Lithosphere is your asthenosphere. So all these terms you are now aware. So in this case, here will be the formation of volcanic arc. Okay, you are seeing this. There will be along the oceanic trench there will be formation of volcanic arcs. Volcanoes will form here. Whereas along this oceanic trench there will be islands formation. Island आप देख रहे हैं, ये island के क्यों बन रहे हैं? Due to volcanoes in the ocean. ठीक है. So when two plates of oceanic lithosphere run into one another, the subducting plate is pushed to depths where it causes melting to occur. अब देखिए जो नीचे जाएगा, जो प्लेट सबडक्ट होगा, अब वो जैसे ही नीचे जाता है तो नीचे का तापमान बहुत ही ज़्यादा है. So that plate, just like you can see in this figure, this is movement here of one oceanic crust is going down. Okay, this is going down, and now the temperature beneath is very high, so this will start melting, and here will be formation of barren island volcanoes. Okay, ठीक है, volcano arc बन जाएगा. Arc means a line, a profile of many volcanoes. ठीक है. So when the subducting plate goes inside to the depths, it causes melting to occur. ठीक है. When a plate made of oceanic lithosphere runs into a plate with continental lithosphere, the plate with oceanic lithosphere is subducts. जैसा मैंने बताया, oceanic lithosphere is subduct होगा because it has a higher density than continental lithosphere. The subducted plate melts, okay, as it encounters higher temperature. ठीक है ना. Subducted plate melts as it encounters higher temperature regime inside the earth. Okay, inside earth melts and produce magma, and this magma will rise to the surface to produce chains of volcano, and chains of volcano and islands are known as island arcs और volcano arcs. ठीक है. volcano arcs अगर पूछे तो क्या होता है? they are chains of volcanoes which are formed near a oceanic trench. oceanic trench, और यहाँ पे volcano arc किस में बनता है और island arc किस में बनता है? volcano arc बनता है ocean continent convergence में, याद रखिए इसे, volcanic arc. island arc किस में बनता है? ओशियन कन्वर्जेंस में, इसे भी याद रखिए आप. ठीक है. सो दिस मैग्मा राइजेस टू द सरफेस टू प्रोड्यूस चेन्स ऑफ वोल्केनोज एंड आइसलैंड नोन एज आइसलैंड आर्क्स और वोल्केनोज आर्क. वन ऑफ द एरियाज अराउंड इंडियन पेनिनसुला वेयर सबडक्शन प्रोसेस is in progress is near Andaman Sumatra region. So you can understand here which type of subduction process is happening. ocean convergence. ठीक है. तभी तो एक चेन नहीं दिखता है आपको, वोल्केनो आर्क नहीं दिखता वहाँ पे आपको दिखता है आइसलैंड आर्क. एक आर्क की तरह नहीं दिखता अंडमान निकोबार आइसलैंड्स, isn't it? So this is Indo-Australian plate is being subducted below the Andaman and Sunda plates. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे ये फिगर भी दिखाया गया है. ये है कॉन्टिनेंटल क्रस्ट, दिस आर द सुंडा प्लेट्स, and this is Andamana plate, and this is Indo-Australian plate, and this Indian Australian plate is being subducted here, and they are being melted and they comes out as volcano. Okay, and they form island arcs. Okay, now the third condition, ठीक है, जब ओशियन कन्वर्जेंस हो तब सबडक्ट करेगा, और सबडक्ट करेगा कौन? नीचे कौन जाएगा? देखो, दो लेयर जब मीट करती है तो एक लेयर नीचे जाएगा. नीचे कौन सा लेयर जाएगा? हायर डेंसिटी वाला. नीचे कौन जाना चाहता है? कोई भी सॉल्यूशन में हायर डेंसिटी वाला नीचे जाएगा और लोअर डेंसिटी वाला ऊपर रहेगा. ठीक है, ये हमेशा याद रखिएगा, यही बेसिक है, कौन सा नीचे जाता है. तो जब दो ओशियन और ओशियन मिले तो जिसकी हायर डेंसिटी होगी वो नीचे चला जाएगा. ठीक है. सिमिलरली व्हेन ocean and lithosphere meets, ocean and continent meet, then what happen? Then of course the ocean will have higher density, because why ocean have? Because they are very thick, and continental crust is very thin, so they have very less density also. Okay, so oceanic crust will subduct. But what will happen when there are two continental crust? What will happen? Two continents are there. Okay, so in case of two continental crust, there is collision. when two plates with continental lithosphere collide, subduction ceases, वहाँ subduction नहीं होता है, and what happens when two plates collide, they form a mountain range like this. Okay, the two plates are colliding. Okay, plate number 1, plate number 2, and both are continental crust. Okay, this is the figure also being shown here. This is the continental crust, part of the lithosphere, and this is another continental crust. This is the part of another lithospheric plate, and here subduction do not ceases. This is wrong actually. This is not happen, and here basically a formation of mountain ranges happens. Okay, this is continent convergence. Okay. And there is formation of mountain range, and this is formed by squeezing together and uplifting the continental crust on both plates. And the famous example is the Himalayan mountains between India and China were formed in this way. Okay, and this is clearly shown in this figure. So किस केस में volcano arc बनेगा, किस केस में आइसलैंड आर्क बनेगा, किस केस में माउंटेन रेंज बनेगा, ये तीनों के तीनों बनेंगे कन्वर्जेंट बाउंड्रीज में ऑफ कोर्स. ठीक है, एंड ये दोनों में होगा ट्रेंच, ये होगा ओशियन में, ये होगा ओशियन कॉन्टिनेंटल में, ये होगा कॉन्टिनेंटल में. Or in case of divergent boundaries, there are formation of ridges. Okay, so I hope by now all these terms are now clear to you. So the only type of boundary that is left now, that is very small, and I want to discuss that also, that is transform boundaries. Okay, and this is transform boundaries, and transform boundaries occur along the plate margins where two plates move past each other without destroying or creating new crust. This is the property, and this is very rare when two plate margins are just moving past each other, okay, without destroying or creating new crust. So you can see on asthenosphere, two lithospheric plate, one is this and second is this, they are moving just past each other. Okay, there is no destruction and there is no creation of new crust. So this is the third type of transform boundary. Okay, and the pictures of all the profiles, typical profiles of all three types of plate boundaries are now clear to you. So we will be discussing on new topics in the next video. So till that, stay tuned and stay safe. Thank you.